Hello everybody, I'm Elwirfy, and today I wanted to actually just go over a video that I found recently that I feel like a lot of people aren't really aware of, and for the most part I'm going to keep my commentary fairly minimal. I just want to mainly get this video out there, but there are a couple points I wanted to address. As you know, I try to go piece by piece through the audio of a video whenever I make a content about anything, but this is apparently audio coming from someone who previously worked with Jirard. Again, I'm not too familiar with this person, but this video came out 2 years ago, and I think it's just very telling and very important as to his character. I recently saw that Carl Jobst made a video talking about some updates with the lawsuit that's going on right now, and I might make a video on that, depending on how developments go, but right now I didn't find anything worth talking about, but I stumbled on this that YouTube recommended me, so I wanted to just go over that with all of you. I have listened to it before already, but I wanted to kind of give some commentary on top of it, but you're welcome to go, obviously you can see the video, you're welcome to go watch it yourselves if you want the, full thing unpaused or whatever.
The timestamps here. Jirard said it could be the end of the show. Oh, he's referring back to the March upload where he said it could be the end of the show. Well, that's a fucking lie. That's a fucking lie, Jirard, because there was nothing that happened to your channel in your trend lines. Okay? I direct people to his social blade. If anything, he got steadily more views and consistent views and everything.
So right now, this guy who used to work with Jirard, I don't know if the guy is actually named Rick Radical. Rick is the name of the channel. We're just going to call him that because I think that's where the audio is coming from, I think. But he's essentially talking about how supposedly Jirard told him that he was going to stop whatever he was doing, the controversial stuff. But I guess apparently Jirard even lied to his own coworkers, saying that, oh, I'm going to shut this stuff down, I'm going to change my behavior. And he didn't. He didn't change his behavior. So now it puts into question, should we really be trusting him when he says, oh, I'm going to change who I am, oh, I deserve forgiveness, when even 2 years ago he was treating his employees this way. So that's a bit concerning.
Nothing happened, basically. Nothing happened on the channel whatsoever. That was a crisis video. Now, the next thing we bring up, the next thing he brings up is the sponsorships, and he got more sponsorship opportunities. He basically told on himself and revealed that the whole reason he uploaded that was to get things like more sponsorship opportunities.
I don't know specifically what video he's talking about, but in any case, clearly whatever he was doing was trying to take advantage of people. And I think it's really telling that this is repeated behavior now that we're seeing. At first, when I heard about all the controversies, I thought this was like a one-time incident, and that's why everyone was so shocked about it. But me being given this audio thanks to YouTube recommendations, having now stumbled upon it, it makes me realize this is now a behavior, like a pattern of behavior. This isn't a one-time sort of thing. So I don't know if like Carl and Mudahar are going to use this video as part of their evidence, as like a witness thing or something. But I just think this info is really important to point out that there's, at least as far as this former employee of Jirard goes, there is an established pattern of him lying in order to get things that he wants.
To get more fan support. So, I mean, it's pretty easy to do this, Jirard, because you're kind of like, you're exposing yourself here. I don't know if you actually realize that, or maybe you don't care. Maybe you just don't fucking care because, you realize those crisis videos work. Every time you or other people, YouTubers, do a call to arms, a crisis video, it works.
Okay, so he's talking about, again, from the context that I'm picking up, again, everything I make in these videos is solely based on the videos I'm showing you guys. But based on the audio that we're listening to, it very much so seems like Jirard, at the time of when this was recorded, had done something bad to his community, and he ran to say, oh, woe is me, here's the crisis and stuff, like, oh, please help me, please beg for forgiveness. So essentially it sounds like Jirard makes these kind of videos a lot. Again, I don't watch this guy, so I have no idea how frequently this happens, but based on the fact that we're listening to audio from 2 years ago, this makes me think, hey, perhaps this is pretty frequent in his community. Does he do this often to his community? I'm not sure. Again, I don't know, but that's kind of what I'm getting out of this video, and I'm really concerned that we're now seeing a repeat of that behavior, and now it's escalated because of the lawsuits.
Plain and simple. So I don't exactly know what this video right here is going to do to stop that. Fuck, Jirard just might do another crisis video next week. And then I'll talk about that, and then, I don't know. It's like it's a fucking little circle jerk here.
So I guess, well, not much to add about that, I guess, other than this is clearly a pattern of behavior. This is clearly cyclical. This is something he does frequently. He'll do something bad to perhaps his employees or perhaps to his fans, and then he'll just come and try and apologize for it and make it up, and then not make any actual significant concrete changes, which again is the big concern. That's the main point of why I'm making this video, because when I heard this video, because remember, I've listened to the audio already, I think it's important to understand that when you apologize for something, when you make an apology about anything, you need to actually change after the apology video. Jirard made a bad apology video where he didn't actually apologize and then tried to move on. So what we're seeing now is a situation where Jirard is very much so going to be under the microscope for everything. And, the lawsuit's just going to blow everything wide open. And this is, in my opinion, pretty good evidence to the fact that he really hasn't learned anything, at least, or he doesn't learn anything, because this has already been an issue before, apparently. You
talked about merch, which is fine. I have no problem with you selling merch and everything. But there was no mention of that aromatherapy candle, the $1,000 aromatherapy candle, which you can still fucking buy, you worthless piece of shit. I mean, anyone defending this guy? He's charging $1,000 from an aromatherapy candle right now. Then we get to the...
I haven't gone to his store page because I don't even want to put that stuff on my computer, but I don't know if he's still selling this $1,000 candle. That seems insanely high for a bunch of wax on a block, that seems really ridiculous. Hopefully he's not selling any crazy merch like that. If I have to, I'll make a follow-up video on his merch if I find anything super malicious nowadays, because again, this is a 2-year-old video, so I'm willing to, for the sake of this video, pretend that he's not selling anything ridiculously expensive or overpriced. But who knows? I mean, we saw Jake Doolittle make some confusing representations of what his money for his merch goes to, so who knows? Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe his merch is also bad. I haven't bothered looking into his merch because I've covered enough about what's going on. The only reason I'm even making this video is because this was recommended to me on YouTube. As you can see, it only has 13,000 views. This isn't like a popular video or anything. This isn't anything new either. This has existed on the internet for a while, 2 years in fact, but it's just suddenly become relevant to what's going on.
8-minute mark in here. I think this is what you all wanted me to discuss. He says he has a new P.O. box. He rarely ever talks about it. Send me whatever you want. If you got games you want to donate. And then he gets to a big reveal, which is what I've been saying for years. He revealed that about half of his collection that you see behind him is donated. These game collectors are motherfucking frauds. Their collections are donated.
Which I'm not sure I'm actually that upset about. You can be donated stuff all the time. There's people who collect all kinds of things, and people donate, like, I think, isn't there one guy who's like collecting like every single VHS tape of the Titanic, who he gets donated stuff? That's a collection. I mean, I'm not that worried about where he gets his games from. The more scandalous thing would be if like he wasn't completing all the games himself. That would be pretty wild. I've seen some comments in his videos of people mentioning that he possibly doesn't complete all the games on his own, and that it's a team effort. And that's fine if it is, but as far as I can tell from his branding, it feels like it's just him who's completing the games. So I'm still on the fence about what to think about that. But in terms of just him collecting things, it's okay if they're donated, to me at least. I'd have no issue with that. That's not an issue.
These people are on YouTube to get game donations from their audience. He makes sure to mention, the I love you at the end right there. I love you. It's a conditional love is what it is. Jirard loves all of you as long as you're sending him your fucking games, as long as you're donating shit to him.
Okay, so from that audio, that makes me think that at the time of when this was recorded, he probably was getting a lot more donations of games than he probably is now that he has his completed wall, right? And clearly, he was taking advantage of the parasocial relationships, which, guys, I've made so many videos about this. hell, I even made a video recently, I think, even about how I'm just a guy on the internet, right? I don't want you guys thinking I know you, right? I'm I appreciate you, all your views and watch time and all that, but at the end of the day, I'm just one guy on YouTube, and obviously I appreciate the support, appreciate you watching videos, but I don't know you. You know what I mean? I don't want you to be like, oh, I love you or whatever. You know what I mean? That's weird, right? I got my own wife, my own family. I'm good. I don't need you guys to be acting like, oh, we're best bros because I watched a video. You know what I mean? But Jirard over here, he's being like, oh, I love you, audience. Honestly, guys, I would never tell you I love you, right? You guys understand that? I don't know. Maybe it's because I'm normal. I don't know. But, yeah, Jirard here is clearly taking advantage of people, saying that he loves them, really reinforcing that parasocial relationship. That's a bit disappointing. I do not want to have that kind of relationship with my audience, and I hope you guys can understand that. Hopefully none of you guys are upset by that. I've expressed this view multiple times, but I'm going to reinstate it again just to make things perfectly clear. I don't love you because I don't know you. I don't know anything about you. I appreciate what you do, and I'm thankful for what you do, and I, of course, am very glad to have all the support from all you wonderful people, but I don't know. Some of you guys might not be wonderful. Some of you guys might be crazy. Who the heck knows? But yeah, that's why content creators in general shouldn't say they love their audience because, just I don't like taking advantage of people. That's just me. Sorry. This is really important to me, actually. This is an important point. Just, if you're a new content creator, if you're a small content creator, don't try and take advantage of your audience emotionally, It's just a me thing, I guess. Maybe it's a me thing. I don't know.
That's what it is. That's what it is. Why do people come here and defend these worthless motherfuckers? And I call them worthless motherfuckers. Why do people keep coming here and defending them? That's why this gets so fucking stressful. Hey, Rick, here's an upload. Here's a guy. You got to see this e-beggar. Talk about this e-beggar. And then I talk about it. And then, you know what happens? They wind up getting more donations to their fucking P.O. box.
So his point is that all his efforts to call him out essentially don't go anywhere. I guess this guy on his channel, he calls out YouTubers all the time, apparently, and I guess nobody ever listens to him, and people lose their money because of that, and that sucks, right? The whole reason I make these videos, for the record, is because I'm a person who doesn't have a lot of money, all right? I'm paycheck to paycheck, struggling to pay my mortgage, keep my family intact, and there's people who are these large content creators who are taking advantage of their audience, and and then when they get caught doing something bad, they're not changing their behavior. Shocker, right? Crazy.
Remember I had an upload earlier in the year called My Frustrations? Yeah, it comes and goes. I feel like it's frustrating. Here's I'll do it like Jirard. You don't see, but I have a sad face. I don't, just things on the channel, I'm not sure. I just feel frustrated, and This may be the end of my critical satire because it just doesn't work. It just doesn't work. Doesn't seem to be working. So send things to my P.O. box. You know what it could be?
Yeah, that's super manipulative if that's what he was doing 2 years ago when this was made. And I'd argue he's still doing that now, but, that's up for you guys to decide, I suppose. But based on what I've seen him doing and the kind of stuff I've seen him make, to me it feels like he is still trying to get every last dollar he can out of his audience before it disappears. He still has all his subscribers at the time of recording this. He still gets over 100,000 views on his videos. He's still making money. I'm sure he has loyal fans who aren't understanding what's going on, who are confused by all of the circling stuff. So if you're a fan of his and you're watching, let me just tell you straight up, this dude's taking advantage of people, taking advantage of you, taking advantage of everyone he claims to care about, and it sucks. And that's why we're calling him out. That's why I make these videos, to call out people who are taking advantage of people like us, who don't have a lot of money, who want to support good causes, and who want to support real change in the world. And I just think Jirard is just taking advantage.
Maybe I'm not as motivated because, I don't know, I'm not getting any donations. So how about everyone donate games to me to motivate me to talk about fucking e-beggars and shit like that? I talk about lots of things here. I do. But I feel like I don't get the credit for really talking about a wide variety of things here. I feel like, and this is part of my honest frustration, it feels like I have all this potential to discuss all these different things. But sometimes those great uploads go under the radar because a lot of you just want me to talk about worthless neckbeard motherfuckers like this.
So at this point, he's essentially just complaining that nobody seems to be listening to him. And, that's something that I could see a lot of small content creators dealing with. So this isn't about Jirard specifically, this part, but this part's more just about the experience of being a content creator in general. I look at my YouTube channel every single day. I check the view counts, I read your guys' comments, and I reply to the ones that I think I can give good replies to. And I try and engage with the community. I've started doing community posts more as I make this video. I'm reaching out to you guys. I always love your feedback, of course. I always want to grow the channel, make this into a great community where we can have honest, open discussion and use our critical, skeptical brains and just tackle things based at face value of what we see, not speculating beyond beyond the evidence that we're presented, right? We're just going based off what we know, and we're not starting rumors or lying or making anything complicated. I don't want things to be complicated. I want things to be simple. So yeah, I get it for him. Also, as a small content creator, look, he has 6,000 subscribers, guys. He doesn't have a lot. It's not a lot. He's a small YouTuber, and he makes videos talking about people who are bad, and he feels upset that people aren't listening to him, or that when he calls them out, these people are turning around and getting more and more money. Sorry if you heard the motorcycle in the background. I live right next to a street.
And maybe that's harsh, but that is a fucking neckbeard, I feel like I'm wasting my potential on this really vast open discussion channel because wasting time on worthless pieces of shit like this. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I can't be objective with worthless pieces of shit. I can't be. It's hard to be because I'm looking at this guy right now. I'm looking at the words coming out of his mouth, begging people to send stuff to his P.O. box, knowing full well how successful monetarily his YouTube channel has been, knowing full well that he could afford to get on eBay and buy those fucking games.
Yeah. So that's something that I've never really understood, is why people who have the money to buy things themselves don't. I mean, I get it. Rich people never got rich by giving away their money or whatever. But if you have the money, you should just get what you want, right? Like, when I get paid, I put all my money directly into my mortgage account, I don't keep my money, My wife actually helps pay for most of our regular amenities, like groceries, gas, insurance, healthcare, all the other stuff. My money goes to the big bills, like the general power, gas, electric, the big stuff, mortgage. And she pays for the other smaller things in life as things arise, as they always do. So people like him who have a big, successful YouTube channel and who are able to pay for everything that they want, it's kind of like, what's going on? Why are you taking advantage of your audience, asking them to send you things when you know full well you don't need them to do it? Like, I don't ask you guys to send me, I don't know, CPU parts or something stupid. I don't know. I don't. It's hard for me to think of something because I don't need anything from you guys. You know what I mean? I don't need you to send anything. The best thing you can do for me is just to watch the dang videos. But yeah, it sucks that this guy's taking advantage of his audience in this way. And even back then, again, remember, this is 2 years ago, right? I keep wanting to emphasize that. He was always taking advantage of people. This is not new behavior that he's, taking advantage of people's donation money. He always takes advantage of people's generosity. It sucks, right? It sucks.
But he just needs to e-beg his fucking audience. Okay? Do you all understand, ironically, my frustration here? And unlike Jirard, I'm frustrated because it feels like it's the same fucking song and dance. Nothing changes. Nothing changes whatsoever. But you know what?
And you know what? He's predicting the future. Nothing has changed. He's still taking advantage of his audience. You can't force people to change. You can take the horse to water, but you can't make it drink. You can't make people do the right thing. The best we can do is call it out for what it is and hopefully expose it to as many people as possible. That way, other people are discouraged from doing the same behavior and hopefully making the YouTube space a little bit better, right? Just a little bit.
I guess I'll keep it up because I have a part of the audience here that enjoys this, way past the point where I have really enjoyed it, So I bet you didn't expect this, just some honesty. I'm an honest person, Times of 2019, oh man, I was really, really happy and really psyched, I woke up and I would check the YouTube and people would hey, Rick, talk about this person, talk about that person. Okay, sure thing, we'll do. But then, towards the end of 2020, I'm like, what the fuck is going on here? You know, same song and dance. Same thing happens over and over again. And I don't know, you get caught into this like cycle to where, you know, you wake up and you don't know what year it is.
Yeah, so he's saying he's getting tired of making repetitive content. That makes sense. Again, this is his own side channel that he's talking about now. He's not talking about his work that he did with the Completionist, with Jirard, you know. But yeah, I mean, I get it. You know, I remember, guys, I've been making YouTube videos for a long time, for over 10 years of my life. You know, I started when I was 14. I'm 26 now. I've been making gaming content forever, and I've recently gone into the more speculative discussion style of, you know, content, because you guys seem to like the way that I address things, because I try and keep things, in my opinion, very honest and straightforward and clear for you all, and try and elaborate on things that maybe don't make sense, because things don't always make sense to me either. But I get it. As a small content creator, like, I relate to this guy. Like, yeah, doing the same stuff over and over will drive you crazy. You gotta switch it up, make things fresh, make things exciting, make things fun. Otherwise, you know, what are you doing? You're just going to be sitting there and you're suffering, you know, making the same stuff, and you're not going to feel fulfilled. You're not going to be motivated to keep doing it. That's why burnout happens as well. So it makes sense. That has nothing to do with Jirard, but hey, I'm a small content creator. I like talking about small content creator things. I think it's important.
Because you've just been doing the same thing over and over again, and then it weirdly becomes almost like a job. Like you're doing the same things every single day, and you're like, well, this is just not fun.
Yeah, YouTube can very easily be not fun, and there are parts of it that are not fun. For example, the fact that I make videos and have to schedule them out and make sure they all come out at the same time, and have to make a thumbnail for each one, and have to make sure everything sounds good. And again, I have trouble with my audio because my headphones aren't the best. These are cheap. These were, like $12? I mean, I'm not good with the audio, guys. I'm going to be honest. Like, I've played around. Hopefully in this video, the audio is not too bad, but I understand completely. Hey, look, if the audio sucks, I'm sorry. I really am. I'm doing the best I can here. And there's times where, hey, it does feel like a job. You know, I tweak things. I try and make things better. I'm always trying to improve. But it can be hard. And I try and keep things fun because I like making sure that this is fun. If this stopped being fun, I wouldn't do it. I only do these videos because it's fun.
And YouTube, what I've always preached, YouTube should be fun. Okay? I'm not the guy that really every day finds fun in talking about worthless pieces of shit.
And that's fine. You know what I mean? That is completely fine. If you don't like doing something, you should change. I agree with that. Nope, that was it. All right. So, final thoughts, I guess. We'll move on to final thoughts. I don't know. I was just thinking that I think it'd be good to really just consider, like, what's the end game here, right? If we're at a point where people are repeating bad behavior that was already called out and is getting missed, you know, it makes me wonder, like, what other content creators are, like, taking advantage of their audience? You know, I don't know. I've been on YouTube for so long, making videos for so long, and I've always tried my best to be open and honest about everything with you guys, because that's really important to me. That's something that I value a lot. But who knows? Maybe there's other content creators out there who are taking advantage of you guys. So in the comments of this video, if you'd like, if there's any big content creators who you think have been a bit fishy or you think I need to look into, I'd love to take a look at them so I can help give good, constructive, you know, in my opinion, reasonable videos going over everything. That way I can not only support you guys more, you know, but also to help out the larger small content creator community so they don't turn into people like this, you know? That way everything goes back to normal, hopefully, back when YouTube was just about having fun and not everything was about making it a damn business. But as always, guys, thank you for watching. I'm Elwirfy, and I will definitely see you all next time. Take care, everyone.